iPhone, you will go through these screens more than any two in any of the applications, and they suck. They are terrible. Okay, and I'm going to try to tell you a little bit about why they're terrible. This is the lock. The first one's the lock screen. The other one's called the springboard. The reason they're terrible is on your phone, there's a whole world of stuff going on underneath it. But this gives you absolutely no indication of what's happening with all those applications and what's going on inside the cloud. Okay, as far as you know, nothing's happening. And on top of that, the iPhone UI model requires you to dip in and out of every application to find out what's going on. If you want to see what's happening in email, you got to go into email, Twitter, Facebook, and on and on and on and on. All the meantime, just getting a world icon when you open up your phone. The funny thing is that phone UIs have been able to tell you what's going on underneath them for many years. Some better than others, but this is not new technology. In fact, Apple has patents to do similar things, yet they don't seem to want to do these things. So we redesigned it. Every once in a while, we come across design problems, and Jeff Teehan will often take an hour or two and mock up designs of how you might fix it. These are just thought experiments. They're not really meant to go anywhere, so that's what we did. And we mocked up something that looked like this, and we put it up on our blog. Originally, Jeff's idea was this is the spring pad or the home screen. The idea is you'd open up your phone, and then you'd be able to swipe, get your applications, but it would show you what is going on underneath in that cloud. You didn't have to go into every application to do it. You can see here, you can have all sorts of different information coming up inside of it, so you could just scroll up and down, see all the applications, and they would just bubble up the most recent and valid information to you without having to go into every application. And when we did I'll just wait for the slide to change to the preferences slide. There we go. So in your preferences, the reason we called this element was that you could choose through your preferences what things you wanted on your home screen. You didn't want your Facebook up there, don't get it, you don't have to have something as long. You can add every app or whatever you wanted to. So we post this up at the blog, and we weren't prepared for what happened, okay? We got an overwhelming response, okay? You can't see it, you can see it on this one. The original post got over 100,000 page views. The subsequent posts that we've done have generated over 150,000 page views. We got comments, when can I have this? I want this. We even got picked up on things like the unofficial Apple blog, and our friends in Cupertino took some notice as well, and that's from our Google Analytics down there. So they were watching, and we haven't heard anything from them, but they definitely kept an eye out. So we had a lot of press out there. The problem was as soon as we released it, and you talk about copying, this is what started showing up online. People taking our designs. I don't know what that thing is over on the far side there, but that UI would make the baby Jesus weep. That is horrible. Okay, some were better, but that, I don't know what they were thinking. And they were like, oh, here's the Teehan Wax UI, and in some apps you can do it. Then we got a call from this guy right here. This is Jay Freeman. He's also known as Soric out in the iPhone hacking community. He's created something called Cydia. For those of you guys who don't know, Cydia is the other iPhone or app store. It's the sort of alternative underground app store. This guy's sort of one of the big dogs in iPhone hacking, and he said, I want to build Element, and I've got this thing that I'm working on called Sidgets. And Element would be awesome for Sidgets, and can you guys help me do this? And I want to do it. And we were like, this is great. This is so cool. And so we did the worst thing ever. We told people. Biggest mistake we ever made. We like, it's coming, guys. Don't this is awesome. Soric's doing it, and people went crazy. Like, when can we get it? And we're like, just wait. Jay is a great guy, but he is a terrible communicator. And months went by, and he would reply kind of cryptically about stuff and then disappear. And people were calling us hoaxers. I mean, the venom that was coming back to us was like we were liars and cheats. The fact is, we couldn't even get a hold of Jay. He wouldn't respond to our emails or our calls. So eventually, we had to go out and tell people that it wasn't going to happen. We didn't know, Jay wasn't calling us back. We didn't know what was going on. Sorry, Then we got a call, and I'm going to show for you tonight the first working version of Element. So here it is. Not every, as you can see, there's some titles missing, and there's still some code that's not perfect. But you can go through, you can pull everything up. There's a few videos here. So Jeff's going to pull back up, and then go to the next video. Okay, so here you can see a call. You tap it, you hit call, it'll go right in, dial the number. Don't have to unlock anything. Don't have to do anything. Okay, you can go back. If you cancel call, you go back right to your home phone. You're not dealing with the springboard at all. take you right into whatever app you want. Next one, here are your preferences. Thank you. Here are your preferences. As you can see, you can go through. You can choose what you want in there, what you don't want in there. Comes right up. You can have as long an element screen as you want or as short, all without doing it. Still don't know when it's going to be released, but it does work. It is out there. We are working on it. We're trying to get it cleaned up. It's been worked on a developer out of Greece who Sorks handed it off to, realizing that he's too busy to deal with it. If you want to follow along the progress, you can hit our Twitter, you can hit our website. We'll try to keep people up to date. And for all of those on the web who thought it was a hoax, screw you. There it is. It's real. Thanks.
John, thank you so much. You are going to be, enlightening and sort of making millions and millions of iPhone users around the world very happy, although that was a pitch, but it was so awesome that we're going to let it slide. Okay, next up we have Kate Hartman. There we go. And she's going